Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me for today's snapshot. Today we're going to be looking at the US dollar. We're going to be looking at it on a weekly scale. Its uptrend is fragile, and this as yields adjust. But before we take a look at that, please take note of the following important information. Please note that CFDs are high-risk products and that you should be completely aware of the risks that they pose. Also, please note that this is a general market commentary only and does not constitute investment advice. And finally, these are our sources of information. Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, Treasury yields have pulled back. They're currently trading around 158, and this is down from the recent high near the 180 level. This has put pressure on the US dollar. And we note that the Fed has stuck to its dovish tone, maintaining that the recent gains in inflation are transitory in nature and only due because of the low base effect. And this is from the capitulation and the sell down from a year ago. Let's just take a look at the charts. Alright, so our top chart here is the US 10-year yield. I've got the RSI of the 10-year yield just below that, and then we have the US dollar. What I want to show you is the peaks and troughs. So what we'll do is we will put in a trough right here as a reference. Good, here's the reference peak. And here is the higher trough. And following that, importantly, here is our higher peak. Now just take a look at current price action on the dollar, and you'll see that the price is just about to take out this higher trough here. Once we do that, we no longer have a higher trough followed by a higher peak. We'll have a lower trough, and that lower trough, well, that goes against the definition of an uptrend. Take note of the US 10-year yield, and you can see that nominal yield has an inflation adjustment, and that's really what's pulled the yield up here, and that effectively stopped the US dollar from moving down. And in 2021, it actually pulled the US dollar weekly up in an uptrend. Now, the yield adjustment as we pulled up, take a look at the RSI. You can see that the RSI over here went overbought. So it's not a surprise on a technical basis that we are pulling back. However, given the fact that the Fed has remained dovish and is looking at inflation as transitory, what we want to take a look at is the RSI and see where it settles. Does it settle below this blue 50 or above the blue 50? Now, below the blue 50, we'll call that the deflationary area, and above we'll call that the inflationary area. And if it goes below the blue line, then the inflation adjustment, no doubt, should be considered transitory. What will be interesting if it stays above the 50 level, and then we will be looking to see if yields perhaps are pulling back due to the overbought condition. Let's just end off with some key takeaways. Recent yield highs were overbought and fundamentals were priced in. This, with recent international bond purchases, have pressured yields. The greenback has followed the yields lower, and we're looking at the RSI. It will give us guidance regarding the inflationary, deflationary scenarios. Hope you found this snapshot useful. If you did, please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you very much for joining me today. I look forward to speaking with you again in the near future.